Ryan Matthews checked his Rolex as the rain pounded against the bookstore window. The tech summit had ended an hour ago, but he wasn't ready to face his empty penthouse. That's when she approached him. Maya, okay, this is going to sound absolutely insane, but I'm desperate, and you look like someone who might understand desperation disguised as confidence. Ryan, I'm listening. Maya, I need you to be my boyfriend for one night. Fake boyfriend. Just one dinner. 4 hours. I'll pay you $2,000 cash. Ryan, why me? Why now? And why would someone like you need to hire a fake boyfriend? Maya, tomorrow is my high school reunion. 10 years since graduation. Everyone will be there, including my ex, who cheated on me junior year and is now successful, married, perfect. And I RSVP'd saying I was bringing someone. Ryan, but you're not. Maya, I panicked. I couldn't show up alone and prove to everyone that I'm still the same invisible girl from sophomore year who peaked in the art club. Ryan, what do you do now? Maya, I run a small pottery studio. I teach kids and sell pieces online. It's not corporate success or doctor money or lawyer prestige. It's small. Ryan, small isn't the same as insignificant, but you want them to think you've made it. Maya, I want them to think I'm not still stuck in that version of myself that believed I wasn't enough. Ryan should have walked away. He had a board meeting in the morning. He didn't do favors for strangers, but something in her honesty broke through his usual walls. Ryan, I don't need your money, but I'll do it on one condition. Maya, what? Ryan, you tell me one thing you're genuinely proud of about your life right now. Not what others think, what you think. Maya, last month, one of my students got accepted to an art institute because of a portfolio piece we created together. She cried. I cried. That felt like success. Ryan Matthews, and I'll be your boyfriend for the night. They met the next afternoon to align their story. Coffee turned into a 3-hour conversation at a park bench. Maya, so we met 6 months ago at a gallery opening. You were there for a client event. I was showcasing pieces. Ryan, that works. What do I do for a living? Maya, what do you do? Ryan, I'm the founder of Matthews Tech Solutions. We build AI infrastructure for smart cities. Maya, wait, that Matthews? The one who was on the cover of Forbes 30 Under 30 3 years ago? Ryan, guilty. Does that change anything? Maya, it means I asked a billionaire to be my fake boyfriend for $2,000. That's embarrassing. Ryan, it means you asked a human being for help and he said yes. Money doesn't change that. Maya, everyone there will think you're too good for me. Ryan, then we'll prove them wrong. Tell me something real about you, Maya. Something that would surprise people. Maya, I'm terrified of success. Every time my studio starts growing, I sabotage it. I turn down opportunities because I'm afraid of becoming someone unrecognizable. Ryan, I'm terrified of failure. Every decision I make carries the weight of 500 employees' livelihoods. Some nights I don't sleep because I'm afraid one wrong move will destroy everything. Maya, why are you really doing this? Ryan, 3 years ago, my ex-fiancée left me the week before our wedding. She said I loved my work more than her. She wasn't wrong. I threw myself into building the company and ignored what she needed. When she got married to someone else last year, she didn't invite me. I realized I'd lost the chance to show her I'd grown, that I'd learned from my mistakes. Maya, so you're doing this for closure too. Ryan, I'm doing this because sometimes the only way to move forward is to stop hiding from your past. The reunion was held at the Grandview Hotel ballroom. Maya's hand trembled slightly as they entered. Ryan, breathe. I'm right here. Jessica. Maya. Oh my God, is this your... Maya. This is Ryan. Ryan, this is Jessica. We were lab partners. Jessica. What do you do, Ryan? Ryan. I'm in tech, but I'm much more interested in Maya's work. Did you know she's transforming how kids access art education in underserved communities? Maya. It's just a small grant project. Ryan. She's impacting 200 kids across 5 schools. That's not small. Throughout the evening, Ryan played his role perfectly, but it stopped feeling like a role. When Maya's ex-boyfriend approached with his wife, Ryan instinctively put his hand on her back protectively.
Derek. Maya, you look... great. It's been a long time. Maya. It has. Congratulations on everything, Derek. You seem happy. Derek. And you're doing well too, I see. Ryan. She's doing more than well. She's built something meaningful from passion and purpose. That's rare. Derek's wife. What industry are you in? Ryan. Technology. But my favorite conversations with Maya are about art philosophy and how creativity shapes society. She's teaching me to see the world differently. After Derek walked away, Maya excused herself to the restroom. Ryan waited near the balcony when Jessica approached him. Jessica. You're that Ryan Matthews, the billionaire. Why are you really here with Maya? Ryan. Because she asked me, and I wanted to say yes. Jessica. People like you don't date people like her. Ryan. You're right. People like me are usually too busy building empires to notice when someone extraordinary is standing right in front of them. Maya is smart, talented, kind, and brave enough to face rooms full of judgment. That makes her exactly my type. Later, on the hotel balcony, Maya found Ryan alone. Maya. Thank you. For what you said to Derek, to Jessica. You didn't have to defend me like that. Ryan. I wasn't defending you. I was telling the truth. Maya. Ryan, can I tell you something? Ryan. Always. Maya. Walking in there tonight, I thought I wanted Derek to regret losing me. But standing next to you, listening to how you see my work, my life, I realized I don't care what Derek thinks. I care what I think. And for the first time in 10 years, I actually like who I am. Ryan. Good. Because I like who you are too. And I'm not acting anymore. Maya. What do you mean? Ryan. This was supposed to be a favor, a transaction. But somewhere between the coffee date and watching you light up talking about your students and seeing you face Derek with grace, this became real for me. Maya. Ryan. Ryan. I know we're from different worlds. I know this started as a lie. But I want the chance to make this real. To take you on an actual first date where we're not performing for anyone but each other. Maya. I'm scared. What if we try this and I'm not enough for your world? Ryan. What if I'm not enough for yours? What if my 60-hour work weeks bore you? What if my world of board meetings and shareholders makes you feel trapped like you're sabotaging your success again? Maya. This is the worst first date pitch ever. Ryan. Then let me try again. Maya. I don't have all the answers, but I know that in 48 hours, you've made me feel more alive than I have in 3 years. You've reminded me that success without connection is just well-decorated loneliness. I don't want to walk away wondering what could have happened if I'd been brave enough to ask. Maya. Ask what? Ryan. Will you be my real girlfriend? No transaction, no performance. Just us figuring this out together. Maya. Yes. But fair warning. My world includes clay-covered aprons, paint-stained jeans, and students calling at midnight with art emergencies. Ryan. My world includes emergency board calls, last-minute flights, and business dinners where I'll need you to remind me why any of it matters. Maya. Deal. 8 months later, Ryan stood in Maya's pottery studio. She was teaching a weekend class, her hands guiding a child's fingers on the spinning wheel. Ryan, you're a natural teacher. Maya, what are you doing here? I thought you had meetings all day. Ryan, I canceled them. Maya, is everything okay? Ryan, everything's perfect. Maya, when you asked me to be your fake boyfriend, I thought I was helping you face your past, but you were actually helping me build a future. Maya, Ryan, this isn't fake. This isn't a performance. This is me asking if you'll build a life with me. One where your clay-covered studio is as important as my boardroom, where your success matters as much as mine, where we choose each other every single day. Maya, yes, 1,000 times yes. A year later, their wedding wasn't in a fancy ballroom. It was in Maya's pottery studio, surrounded by her students' artwork and Ryan's closest friends and family. Ryan, you asked me to pretend to love you for 4 hours. Instead, you gave me a lifetime of real love. Thank you for being brave enough to ask a stranger for help and patient enough to let me become the man worthy of your trust.
Maya, you showed me that asking for help isn't weakness, that my small dreams are big enough, that I don't have to choose between being myself and being loved. You chose me when I was still learning to choose myself. Derek and his wife were not invited to this wedding, not out of revenge, but because they belonged to a chapter that had closed, so a better one could begin. Years later, when people asked how they met, Maya would laugh and say, I hired him to be my fake boyfriend. He said yes, stayed real, and changed my entire life.
I went to a reunion thinking I was doing someone a favor. I left realizing she'd saved me from a life half lived.
The invitation to pretend had been Maya's desperate attempt to prove her worth. The decision to say yes had been Ryan's instinct to help someone hurting. But what happened next was neither fake nor desperate. It was two people discovering that sometimes the roles we play reveal the truths we've been hiding. That connections built on vulnerability outlast connections built on perfection. And that the courage to ask for help and the generosity to offer it can rewrite both destinies in ways neither expected.